coffee time, friends. It's late, but that's fine because we have buzzed around here all day and we ate crackers and cheese and we've eaten nothing healthy. It's just been one of those days. It's snowing and I'm getting the cabin fever. I'm like 6 days in. I can't take it. Are y'all that way? Mama is.
Yeah.
Mama's murdered. She wrote it out. She knows she's watched. I know every episode has played this week. Is there any episode that you've not watched? I'll be so glad, I think, if I'm here. Might not even be here. You know, sometimes we get glad about the next thing. And it's like, you won't even be here for that. The Lord knows. But I think if I'm here come spring, I'm going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it. And I want to see some green. And I want to just see the road out here. I ain't seen the road in days. Mom, have you seen any road?
Well, that scraper, but it was still white.
Oh, that scraper didn't do nothing.
That was a pickup truck with a blade on the front of it.
Yeah, and I appreciate them. I really do. They do try. But it was just the bad kind of little bit of wet, little bit of damp, little bit of ice, and then snow, and then more snow, and more snow. My granny used to say it was laying for another.
Yeah.
Had a kind of a conversation with a friend of mine. So all fall we seen hornet nest in fence rows, under the eaves of little buildings. I mean, you can touch them. Some waist high. Well, around here we go by that for our weather. Don't make fun. It's a science. It's an Appalachia science. If the hornet nests are low, it's a mild winter. So we were talking about it, and I said we still had a mild winter. Just because we've had this little speck of snow, and just because it's, you know, making us crazy right now, that could be the only snow we get, which would definitely qualify for a mild winter. I'm not ready to start arguing with the hornets, because they know, don't they, Mama?
Well, the wind's been bad. They might have known the wind's going to be bad, and it won't up high horse.
Did you go by the hornets when you was a little girl?
Why, yeah, they went by old.
And nuts. We go by nuts on the ground in the fall. So there's a lot of hickory nuts and there's a lot of pecans and stuff. And it's just you'll have those years though where you get a lot of nuts from the nut trees, and then the next year you won't get many. So if you have a good year, it's a good idea to put some up, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, I reckon.
So we were talking about it, and I said, it's still a mild winter. We're not really past the point of calling this a mild winter. Now, if we based it on this week alone, well, we'd be hard. Oh, it's been a horrible winter. But it's really not been. We've had some warm weather this winter.
It ain't been bad.
And it's going to be 62 Friday here. Low of 50, high of 62. That's almost springtime weather. That's almost like March. But this is East Tennessee. Some of y'all have specific weather patterns where, you know, you can pretty well count on it. You know your growing seasons. Down in South Alabama and places, cold is like in the 40s. You know, that would be cold for a lot of times. But they get much lower than that. Florida, some of y'all on here said Florida was under a chill the other day. Chill warning, freeze warning. Something, not freeze, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyhow, so we've got apples left over from Christmas. We've got, you know how you buy up fruit. So I love apple salad. And so here's some red apples. Mama, you want to put a little lemon on them, or orange juice, or just enough to slosh on them. It don't have to be nothing except, you know, just to coat them. I just don't want them to turn brown before I get all my other stuff in there. I'm just cutting these up. Can y'all see what I'm doing? A little sprinkle of lemon would be the best because that will add to the flavor. And the orange juice, I just have to probably pour it off. So let's get these apples. And you don't want to waste your apples. If we don't eat them, I've been trying to eat an apple a day. Have you, Mama?
No, I was doing pretty good.
Mama.
I was doing pretty good there.
Well, anyhow, we're going to eat some apples, but we'll have some left. So what we'll do with them, we'll get in a big peeling match in here. We'll peel them up and freeze them, or we'll peel them up and cook them. And you can freeze the dry the apples, or you can cook them with your stuff. Make them ready. That's what we really like to do, is cook them and get them ready for pies. And then when we want a pie, we just grab a bag of apples, and we're pie ready, ain't we, Mama?
Yeah, that's the best way.
Mama,
I thought I seen a black on one of them.
there's a speck. It's just a speck of that core. It ain't gonna hurt you. I want to ask y'all, does an apple have a core?
You say no.
Well, Mama just gave my secret away. It has a seed pod, but you know, you see, you eat an apple round and round, you have that big at the end, and then that comes the seed pod, and they call that the core. Apples really are apples all the way through, except that little center seed pod in there. You can tell that by cutting them. There's not a hard core or anything in there. So if you eat your apple from the bottom up, you won't find a core. You'll just find a seed pod in the very middle. So it's kind of, misleading to say, what does an apple core look like? And we'll always picture that big, long chunk, but you're wasting a lot of apple there if you eat it just right. See, I just stack them up, chop them up. Once you take that little seed pod out of the middle, you've got a good sized apple for a salad. This apple salad is as old as time. I guarantee you they probably had it on Noah's Ark if they had Duke's mayonnaise. Now, I don't know if Duke's goes back that far or not, though. It is old. My granny used to make it. My mama always made it. And it's just 2 apples, not an orchard full. You see here? And see, I've got these stacked up just right. Look at that. So it don't take an orchard full of apples for this. So you're going to just cut them up like that right there. And then it gets a little celery, a little raisins, a little mayonnaise, a little brown sugar, and a dash of lemon juice, don't it, Mama?
Yeah, or orange juice.
Or orange juice. That citrus brings out a little zoom, and it gets a sprinkle of salt. Don't come after me for that. I'm not just trying to work salt into my diet where I can get it in. That's not the point. That salt gives other things, burst out the flavors, don't it, Mama?
Yeah, it makes sweet stuff sweeter, too.
So as I'm piling this stuff in here, this is going to be for tomorrow, Sunday lunch, but it may get tasted tonight, but it'll taste really good tomorrow. This is one of the salads I do like to make early, one day early, the night before. Mama's my apple inspector tonight.
I was trying to get lemon on it out.
Get that lemon, huh?
Trying to, but I ain't doing too good a job.
Get that lemon on there. Now I'm going to cut up this celery, just been washed, and I'm going to cut it up fine. I usually start with this already, the end piece that splits off, because I thought half my job's done, half the chopping's done. And I've got two ribs, and sometimes if you hear me say, put 2 stalks of celery, don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about. These are called ribs, but I'll call them stalks. As Mama has pointed out many times. Do you know you told them to put 2 whole stalks of celery? I hope they don't listen to you. Mama, why don't you jump in and say something? You love to correct me. Out there, they're used to you, but now she'll say.
Yeah, they know. And see, you're just cutting up 2 things.
My mama calls them stalks sometimes too.
Not much.
Not much. I think you got that off me. I just split them up like that on the ends. Chop them up fine. Like this. I don't string it. I do know how. I just don't have any problems with having strings in my celery once I chop it good and fine. Do you see a string? The string,
be so little you wouldn't see it.
The string is just a little piece of it. I know in this world of celery there are stringers and non-stringers. And stringers are absolutely 100%, because y'all tell me, you didn't string that. I know how to string it. You just take your knife and you pull it, and you pull these little strings off like this. And you can do that. And I see other cooks do it, and I think, well, And some people say, my mama would have me if I hadn't strung my celery. Well, I never knew my mama to string it. My granny to string it. My mama to string it. It just never happened.
If you're cutting it real fine, there's really no need. If you're serving sticks, yeah.
Mama string it only when you were going to have guests that would be biting into it like this, and then they would pull off and it would be strung. That's the only time we've ever strung celery. Don't even think about it when we make dressing or chicken salad or apple salad. But don't come at me over it. That's just our preference. You have yours, we have ours, and the whole world is still happy. There ain't a thing wrong with either way. I ain't never tasted a meal with celery and said, oh my gosh, they strung that celery.
You wouldn't probably know it.
Well, I wouldn't have no idea. And nobody's ever eaten my stuff and had the nerve to say, you didn't even string that celery. So it works out good for everybody. That may be put on my tombstone though. He never strung his celery.
No, we done got your tombstone.
I've done got my that's right. When Dad passed away, we bought a family stone. And it just at the head it says Davis. And at the foot stones is all the information for Mama and me and him. So I am already up there with my stone. It's weird.
It was real weird.
When you go and you look, and there's your name and your birthday. And I'm working on the dash. Have you ever thought about it? You're born in one day, you die in one day. That dash in the middle represents your entire life. I'm working on the dash. And I want to have the best dash I can have. Every day I'm going to work on the dash and see how special I can make it.
You want a long dash.
I'd like a long dash. But I want it to matter. I want people to remember me during that dash. Mom, that's probably enough.
I think it is.
So that means I don't have to eat this one since it's already washed.
Oh.
So I'm going to chop him up in eatable sizes. Put him in a bowl. This is a secret I learned. If I chop them up like this and put them in a bowl, I will step in there, be hungry, and think, well, I'll just eat a bite of celery. And it helps. Ah! Oh, listen to that crunch.
Now, I got brown sugar.
I don't measure. Aw, you're kidding me. You all know me. But I'm going to tell you this. This is one yellow, one red delicious. This is a shake of salt. This is some seedless raisins. Now you can put grapes. We don't have any. I might. One thing I would put in if I had, I don't have, and I can't remember the store to get it, is craisins. Raisins and craisins.
Check right here in the store. I don't think there's none.
This is going to be a cup of raisins. We already have our lemon juice in there from our keeping our apples from turning brown. And look how beautiful they stayed. That's what the lemon juice does. This is going to be a cup of miniature marshmallows. Mama, is this all the miniature marshmallows we have for hot chocolate and that's snowed in like this?
Oh, we got 2 bags of big one and probably another bag.
We're not running that low on them. Thank goodness. This is going to be a cup of miniature marshmallows, okay? This is going to be brown sugar. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. And yes, before y'all say anything, you can omit that. You don't have to have the brown sugar. It's delicious. I wouldn't omit it, but it's delicious. And I'm going to put a little bit of Dukes. Now, I'm going to put some pecans in this. I don't normally like pecans in baked goods, but in salads and stuff like this, I do. Mama, you got your pecans? Okay. So this is a cup of mayonnaise. So if you're writing this down, that's what we're doing, okay? I'm going to take this off here. Put that there. So I'm just going to fold, actually, and we'll fold all this in together. Don't get worried about the mayonnaise and apples, and I wouldn't eat that. You would if you tasted it. So in a sense of folding too much, I'm going to put a half a cup of, these are just some pecans Mama picked up. Is this from the church?
Yeah.
These are church pecans. It's come from a church lady. Can't beat that. Put a half a cup of pecan pieces. Can you already taste this? Can you? Wait till tomorrow. It'll taste even better tomorrow. If you're tasting on it now, wait till tomorrow and you'll think, boy, that is delicious. Because that brown sugar and that mayonnaise makes a little syrup. Those apples has a little moisture in it. Not too much. Now, it will after a few days. You don't want to make this 2 days in advance. But now, like making it late tonight, it's 8:18. Making it tonight and serving it tomorrow at lunch, it's going to be the way to go. Now, notice one other... I did. Notice one other thing. This is a good sized bowl. And I just done 2 apples, a cup, half a cup, 2 tablespoons. It makes a lot. So before you get to thinking, I'm having Sunday lunch and there's 8 people coming over, I better do about 8 apples. Folks, it don't take long for this kind of stuff to really mount up. I wouldn't care a bit to serve this for 8 people because this is about what this amount would serve. A whole bowl like this, and they're just going to get like that much probably. So I would feel comfortable putting this down for 8, wouldn't you, Mama?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more, maybe 3 apples or so, but you don't have to really go crazy with it.
You don't have to fix the wash tub.
No, and you don't want to. If you want a bunch of it, then I would almost recommend just make it the next day again or so, because those apples will turn brown after. Even that lemon juice can't save them forever. But this is going to be absolutely delicious. It already is, but it's going to be even more so tomorrow.
I wish I could have found some craisins.
Craisins would have set it off, Mama. I wish I could run to the store and pick up a bag.
Our store down here don't have them.
Sometimes it don't. I'd be willing to drive to Walmart. And that's a spell away.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to drive to Walmart to get us some
You're
craisins.
saying that because you know you can't get out of the driveway.
Now, if it was a sunny day, I would have said, I ain't running to Walmart for craisins or nothing. So let's switch to our bigger spoon. I've kind of got it blended. Mama, I think we could taste this for them tonight. You can tell them how horrible.
You want a little monkey dish? Or a bowl?
You get you a dish, and I'll just use a spoonful. You get you a little dish. I don't really have to have a dish. Well, you can get me one. I'll save it till tomorrow, but there it is, folks. Simple, easy apple salad for Sunday lunch. This is wonderful in any season. I can't
Can you
explain.
use that spoon?
That's what I was going to do. That's the reason I was trying to keep it dirty enough anything. We've washed up dishes. We've done all kinds of stuff today to get everything just so. When you're snowbound, it's hard not to want to do some cleaning and stuff. You get the cabin fever, don't you, Mama?
Yeah.
We won't be having church tomorrow, but Lord willing, the lights are working. Lord willing, we will have Sunday school highlights in the morning. Mama read about this a little bit longer than I was. Lord willing, we'll have Sunday school highlights in the morning around 9:30ish. And so a lot of y'all might be locked in, can't get out, feeling like, oh, cabin fever. We can't even really get out. Well, I'll tell you what, we have got such a good mail service here. He's been bringing all of the mail to the door.
Well, he's had packages.
He's had packages, but it's still just so nice. So generous and nice of them. And Mama will make some goodies and put it in there for them just to say thank you. As soon as the snow lets up, she can get to that mailbox.
Yeah.
All right, Mom. Let me heap you up. I'm gonna give you about 6 spoonfuls.
No, I don't believe I need that much. It's late. It's bedtime.
This will be good for you. You ain't been eating an apple a day. I thought you had been.
No, I did that for a while.
Oh,
You
Mama.
get tired of them.
Mom, you're sitting right here within 6 feet of the bowl of apples. Let's try it. We'll bless it because have you had supper? Did you?
No, I ain't eat since earlier.
Well, let's bless it because it is our kind of our
Yeah.
meal. I guess this is our meal.
Yeah.
How sad we've reduced to 8:30 eating apples. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this little snack and thank you for nourishing our bodies with it, dear Lord. And we just thank you and we want to ask you to bless each and every person here together. They all have needs. They all have problems and losses in their lives, dear Lord, and they need your help. And we depend on it. We all do, dear Lord. Pray be with us, put a hedge of protection around each and every one of us. Be with all those people that have to be out in this weather. Watch over, lead, and guide, and direct. In your name we pray. Amen. Something else you can put in here, but probably about half of y'all would not want it, and that is some good fresh coconut. We do and we don't. Either way, don't we, Mama?
Yeah, I don't like it as well I like the coconut, but I don't like the texture of it in here sometimes.
Hello, my old friend. This is so good.
Here, this needs to set.
Mm-hmm. So what happens with this is this.
Marry the flavors you say or put in.
And no disrespect to Duke's, because I love it. You don't taste mayonnaise. You really don't. You taste that brown sugar. You taste those crunchy celery, little sweetness from those marshmallows, little sweetness from the apples, and it just blends and makes a wonderful little medley. And it's what it does for me is it feels like I've drank a cool glass of water on a sunny day. It's just fresh. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
It's just fresh because you got that crunch. It's like eating a good crisp apple. And sometimes we put our apples in the refrigerator and you know how good a cold apple is, especially in the summer. That's good. But now here's the thing. You write down my recipe tonight. And then you take that recipe and you change it and you rearrange it. Post it. Tell me your recipe. John, I added, and fill in the blank. You could literally make this 100 different ways. You could put mandarin oranges in it. You could make apple pear. You could do carrots. I have done carrots. They're delicious in it. This one thing about carrots. The recipe I had then said to grate them on a grater. I put them in the chopper because the carrots are, when you grate them, sometimes they're that long, and you have this. It's kind of the same effect that coconut does to some people. So I would chop my carrots really, really, really fine and put them in here. Coconut is good in it. And I tell you, one time I made this in the summertime, and I'd done the apples and all this, and I opened up a can of tropical fruit cocktail, and I drained it well. Put that in here with coconut, and I called it tropical salad, and it was good. Mm-hmm. This has been around since the beginning of my times. It's absolutely delicious. If you're allergic to the nuts, please don't put them in there. But if you're not, I recommend you do. All the recipes don't call for miniature marshmallows. I think texturally, they hold the dish together. Because you've got the crunch of everything in there. Everything in there basically has a crunch to it except the raisins. Then you get that soft marshmallow. So it is sort of a binder for the whole dish.
Yeah.
If you do put grapes,
Make sure they're seedless.
make sure they're seedless. Don't add them the night before. Wait till the day of. Slice your grapes. Put them in a colander and line with a paper towel. And let's get all the water you can Don't mash them, but let them all come out. And as your grapes happen in here. Okay? Any other things to tell about this one little simple dish, Mama?
I think you've covered about everything.
I think you covered it. I think you wore them out. That's what she said. You've wore them out. Will you hush and let them go to bed? Mama, it's about bedtime for me. Here's my favorite little snack. That crunch. Cheese. Peggy, you good put cheese? Apples and cheese would be good. I was trying to think have I ever put cheese. I don't think I have in this. But you could.
I don't remember it if you have.
Peggy, why don't you do that and share a picture with us and tell us if your family liked it. Y'all try this one. Y'all probably got apples from the holidays. Try this one, post a picture and say my family loved it, they hated it, we'll never fix that again. This will be a new family favorite. Hi John and Mama, hi Donna. No, that ain't Donna, that's Adina. Hi Dina. No nuts for you. Christy, some people don't like them. I don't like them in baked goods. You can put them on it, like a loaf of banana bread covered with nuts, delicious. Or especially a banana nut muffin with nuts on top. I'm there. I just don't want to run into them in the middle of the muffin.
I like them.
Cherries. No, that would Mama cherries. She said cherries.
Pretty crazy.
You can spread it on your sweatsuit. Hello, John and Mama from Hamilton, Ohio. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Ann. Maraschino cherries. I love your
They
outside
would make
this.
it really pretty.
Left eye question. Are you talking about my eyes? This is my right eye, in case you're making fun of this one. Call it the right eye. It's a weak eye. I was only born with it. I've had it my whole life. Did they make me wear a patch when I was younger?
No.
That was going to or something. So when I'm tired and the later it gets, the more
The
it,
worse shows.
the more it shows. And Mama will say, "You look weak-eyed." And I'll say, "I know, Mama. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Can't do nothing." Did your mom ever tell you you look weak-eyed?
He comes back natural. I have one too.
Do you?
It ain't as bad as yours. But when I feel bad, it shows.
My granny had one. So am I. Hi from Chile. That's one good thing about being ugly to start with. Things like that don't bother you. I've never been a model. That one time in Tokyo, maybe. I've never been to Tokyo. I had to wear a patch, Robinson. That's what they would have done to me. You can have surgery. They'll go in and cut some out and pull it up. As long as I can see out of it, I'm fine. It's raining in California. Ginger, send us that rain to wash this white snow off.
We're gonna get rain every day.
When?
Not tomorrow. I mean, not Monday, but starting Tuesday, we're supposed to get rain.
Every day, but not tomorrow, not Monday.
Well, it starts Tuesday, and it's supposed to rain for like 5 or 6 days. Right in the
What happened to my beautiful Friday that I got pictured in my mind with 62 degrees sunny skies and tulips popping up?
Well, the rain's gonna make them pop. But you know what that means. If the snow's on in the mountains
We'll
and
have
it
flooding.
rains, it will flood.
Mom, you're not in the picture.
Yeah, I am.
How much snow did you get? Tanya, I'm whining a lot more than what snow we got. And the only reason I'm really whining about it is it's been here forever. It's like the guest that won't leave. You know, I was glad to see it come. It's kind of like your relatives at Christmas. I was glad to see it come, and it stayed a day. I was perfectly fine with that. Stayed 2 days, no problem. Third day, more came.
It snowed all day.
All day. And then more came a little that night, and then it's just laying there. My granny would have said, and I always did say, it's laying for another one. That's what she always would say. If snow hung around and didn't melt off, she'd say it's laying for another one.
Mm-hmm. Heard it on my mind.
So the third day we covered up all of our tracks. The trees covered again. We just sort of started all over. So now we're on 5, 6 days of it.
Ever since Monday.
Monday. 5 days, 6 days of it. And I'm just ready for freedom.
And then, like I say, if it rains every day, you won't want to get out in that rain.
Oh, I'll get out in the rain. I ain't going to complain. No, I ain't going to complain. I just don't like the feeling of, like, literally, I really don't think we can get out of our driveway. Even if we had to, emergency, whatever, it would be serious.
You may pour the gas to it and back up fast.
There's 3 inches in the driveway still. You would pour the gas to it, all right. You'd swing sideways.
Don't do that, because my car's sitting out there.
Mama ain't room for her car in the garage. Because there's Christmas trees lined from the garage door to the kitchen. The Cannon kitchen.
There's Christmas stuff out there everywhere. And I can't get it to the basement. It's too dangerous.
We can't get it to the basement. Normally we bring the truck.
You can't take it, well, you can take it down the steps, but it's too dangerous.
You ain't taking nothing down those steps.
It's too dangerous.
And don't do it the day I go to work either.
I might do it.
Might get one of y'all come over and sit with her. Shovel your drop. Stephanie, who you think you're talking to? Do you know people have heart attacks shoveling snow? Shovel. Are you kidding me? Now I would. Excuse me. I would maybe use I call it the wind blower, but a leaf blower on it. That would be fun. And I saw it on here, on the Facebook. Somebody was blowing ice off their driveway. And they would, bust up a little piece and blow under the ice, and it would just lift up. And then they could knock it off.
I wouldn't think it would blow off like that.
Well, we don't know what the temperature was when they were shooting that. It could have been after the sun warmed it up a little bit and kind of loosened it from the pavement. Most of the time it's stuck to it. But I can see how wind could blow ice up.
Yeah, with enough force it probably could.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I use a leaf blower, Peggy. Thank you. Thank you, Peggy. Hi from Indianapolis. Hi, Marsha. Here in Kentucky, we are experiencing the same weather. Yeah, we're in Kentucky. Patricia, we are 3 miles from Kentucky.
State line.
Hope you're staying warm. John, we are warm.
I said to one of my friends, I sure was thankful that we didn't lose electricity. We have means of heating without it.
Right.
But there's so many people that don't, that I'm so thankful that the electric hasn't went off yet.
Me too. We have been so blessed.
Yeah.
And I'm complaining and carrying on, but I don't mean that we're not blessed, and I don't mean I'm not grateful for what we have. A little bit of snow, that's just a minor hiccup for just a few days. So it's not really that I'm actually being this contrary. But we all love a little something to fuss about. But let me kind of counterbalance all that griping. And so I'm so thankful that we have electricity, we've got running water. We have been helped here against our will in the best conditions possible. We've got food to eat. Abby's got food to eat. Don't have to run to the store for it. My mama, whether she wants to be or not, is an amazing planner for disaster. There's always enough food in here to get you through a disaster. If nothing else, there's enough dry beans in there.
And I could cook dry beans for a long time.
For a long time. There's canned food in there, home canned, store canned. There's apples here. She had plenty of marshmallows for hot chocolate. We've enjoyed us some cups of hot chocolate this week. My mama does hot chocolate well. And it's not packaged. It's home-made. Mama's
Off of the cocoa can.
Mama, you could show them how to make that sometime.
It takes a half a cup of sugar, a fourth a cup of cocoa, a dash of salt, and about a third or fourth a cup of hot water. And you need that hot water to mix the cocoa, sugar, and salt together. And you put 4 cups of milk in it and get it hot. That's it. That's off the cocoa can. Oh, and vanilla.
It's
3/4
delicious.
a teaspoon of vanilla.
Mama's hot chocolate, I'll put it up against anybody. She used to make it in big 5-gallon.
I used to make a gallon of milk at a time when I made it at church.
She used to make about 5 gallons for church, and they'd have winter things, and people just loved her hot chocolate. We don't. Oh, there it is! Surprise! We're back. And I'm one of them people that just happens to absolutely love it. All right, try this apple salad. The internet just scared us, so we're gonna say goodbye before we lose this whole video. Mama, you got anything you want to add?
No, the salad's really good. It'll be better.
Do you know what we're having for Sunday lunch to go with this
No.
beautiful salad?
Don't have a clue.
Don't have a clue?
No, I'm afraid to say anything. Won't fix it probably.
You got something in mind?
Huh? No. We got leftover stuff. We made it leftover.
Mama, I'm not wanting leftovers.
What do you want?
I'm just aggravating you. What leftovers do we even have?
We've got
Vegetable
some
soup.
and some little hot dog chili left.
I'll eat soup and hot dogs for supper, but for lunch, let's start fresh. We got cooked chicken in there.
Yeah. Can make chicken
Or
soup.
dumplings.
Yeah. Or chicken pot pie.
Or chicken pot pie. Or chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, there's several ways.
Or barbecue chicken. Good chance we're having chicken, sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Come tomorrow and see what we're cooking. You're all invited to Southern Sunday lunch right here. It may be early, it may be late, because we're not doing church tomorrow, so
It's going if we eat breakfast late.
we may just not eat breakfast and just go directly to lunch. You all join me here in the morning, 9 to 10, somewhere in there, because since we don't have Sunday school. I'll try to come at regular time, though. And we'll have Sunday school highlights. That's the highlight of my Sunday, is being with you all. So let's meet up here in the morning for Sunday school highlights, and then we'll get started on some Southern Sunday lunch. So y'all have a blessed night. Stay warm. I don't know what your weather's like where you are. Some of you are having
What
rain.
are we to now? 14? We was
We're 8, Mama.
8. Oh my goodness.
We're a Bonte,
8.
warm 8 degrees here in downtown Oswego.
It got up to 14 or something.
I may sit up late tonight. I'm all full of energy.
That apple stuff do that to you? Or that stalk of celery you said?
That stalk of celery buzzes me up.
No.
This coffee, probably. I might be up to 10:30.
Oh, wow. That's another hour.
That's an hour and a half later than my normal bedtime.
That's an hour and a half away from now.
Might watch a movie. Who knows? Might do something. Mom, we should start a puzzle. I can't believe we started a puzzle this week.
I know it.
Mama, say goodbye. Good night, Mama. Easy for me to say.
Good night, Mama. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.